say that I'm going to be 27 when the climate breaks down, or I could say that past generations have ruined my future. I could ask why the government and those in authority have not acted sooner to preserve our planet. But that makes me sound powerless, and I'm not. Each one of us is an inhabitant of this beautiful planet, and therefore each one of us has the power to look after it through our actions every single day. We have waited too long for someone else to fix our future for us. The world's alarm bells are ringing. You can bury your head in your pillow, or you can wake up and face the day. We need to take the future into our own hands and to do everything we can in our own lives to ensure that we live without negatively impacting our one and only home. I would like to thank all of you for doing that by being here today. For if each one of us uses our lives to contribute to the solution rather than the destruction of our planet, then united we will make change. We will reverse the ecological disaster our planet and humanity are facing, and we will find another way, a better way to live our lives. There was not a single point that made me devote my life to the environment, more an accumulation of life-shaping experiences and emotions that made me care. I think that a willingness to change has to stem from a deep-rooted love, and for me, that was a love for our oceans and nature. All my life I've wanted to be a marine biologist, and as a child I had a connection to nature that I think the majority of society has buried under concerns for ease, convenience, and profit-making. Ultimately, beneath every other reason, I think it is that has led us into the predicament we are now in. We have buried a love for nature. But in all of us, it is not lost. We all have the power to find that again. And it is that is the extremely powerful key to fixing our future. When I read a book called The Ocean of Life when I was about 12 years old, it was all about the extent of the threats that our oceans are facing. And that made me extremely frightened that what I wanted to study would no longer be here when I grew up. And so it was from then on that I decided to live my life in the most sustainable way I possibly could, and to influence those around me to do the same. I started my marine conservation campaign, Devotion to Ocean, in my school. I ran assemblies and awareness sessions. I met with my management staff to talk about reducing the amount of waste that our school produces, and I set up an eco-shop for charity. Most of my schoolmates seemed more concerned with themselves and their popularity, which deeply saddened me. But I learned that if you care enough about something, you can achieve it no matter what. I then developed my conservation charity another way, and Devotion to Ocean became a campaign as part of that. I have delivered awareness sessions and talks to over 2,500 people in my local community and beyond, including 600 school children just this week. We set up a zero-waste shop in our community. We have developed a set of leaflets on advice of how to live your life as environmentally friendly as possibly can be. And we are working with farmers in our local community to improve the soil quality and to make sure that they produce their goods in harmony with the earth, bridging conservation and agriculture. And our work is making a difference. We are seeing people change their lives, often quite significantly, to be more eco-friendly. Schools and businesses have dramatically reduced their waste, and we have collected hundreds of personal pledges of behavioural change. People are changing, and people are waking up, and people are listening. Our aim is to empower people to change their own lives, to give people the faith that their actions really do make a difference. After all, we are the consumers and the voters that make decisions. Our vision is to inspire people to make every single decision based on their ethics and morals, with the environment and the health of themselves at the top of their priorities. Regardless of gender, faith, ethnicity, or age, we all share this hope, and we can all contribute to its solution. In looking after it, we can improve society, community, the health of ourselves, and the environment. In fact, this wave of change can be seen in all aspects of society. On the 31st of August, hundreds of ambassadors and supporters are climbing each of the 214 Wainwright Mountains in the Lake District. as part of another Wainwright Day, the launch of our event. So we will be seeing about 30 different organisations taking part, including Fix the Fells, the Lake District National Park, the Woodland Trust, RSPB, Eden Rivers Trust, and the Tree Council. We also have about 300 individuals taking part so far and running a variety of activities on the top. So things like yoga, wild swimming, nature-friendly farming talks, a repair cafe, choirs, and we've even got a brass band composing a fanfare especially for the event. So lots of exciting things happening on the top of the mountains on that day. We will be unique and very special in that we are bringing together so many different organisations who rarely come together in one day, although they are all fighting for the same cause. So that's a really exciting day, and I hope that you could all be part of that. As part of the day, we will be making it as sustainable as possible with the help of Mike Berners-Lee, who has produced us a guide for ambassadors to reduce the impact of their food, travel, waste, and clothing. And in addition, we will be planting 1,700 trees in our valley with the help from a Tree Council grant. The trees will be planted during National Tree Week by local children from the schools and scout groups that I have gone in to talk to, so that the younger generation are involved in improving their future. Trees improve the biodiversity, the water quality, the soil quality, and the flood risk, which is quite high in our valley. So that's a really exciting project too. I think that deforestation is one of the greatest tragedies in human reputation. Trees are one of those flawless and timeless products of evolution, restoring balance to every ecosystem, providing a continual carbon sink, providing shelter, a habitat, food and water. Destroying a tree destroys so much more: a home, a history, a harmony, and one of the pieces of the climate solution puzzle. Today's conference is about starting to reverse the damage we have caused. Let's do something unprecedented. Let's give something back to the nature that has given us life. I am full of hope for this project, and I marvel at the tenacity and the ingenuity of the human race. I know that with cooperation, compromise, urgency, ambition, and an underlying love for all living things, we can reverse the ecological crisis. We will make change, and we will find another way. If you would like to help on the 31st of August, then you can sign up to be part of the Wainwright Day and climb a mountain to support your organisation and Another Way and your commitment to the environment by running an activity on the top or simply climbing a fell. And that's our website there. And I'm going to break the rules now. Could you all get your phones out, please? So we've got all our social media pages on there, and it would be great if you could all follow us as your organisations. And on our website you can find more about our work and how you can be involved. I know that together we can find another way. I ask you to contribute everything you can to help fix our future, and I promise that I will too. Thank you.
Wow, I found that incredibly moving.